We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft, but that's where the Jags have found themselves, and that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor in what becomes a very big year in his career.
Here's ETN to begin the drive.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now toss it to ETN. Escapes a defender. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
It's a dime look defensively from the Bengals. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Lawrence working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, Man, this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns, and really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away, and that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
21 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, it's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Burrow. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Offense marching it downfield on their opening drive. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air again, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow on the play action. Right back to Chase. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
6 yards.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Burrow on first down. Escapes the pocket. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for Mike Gesicki.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10.
Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. He's hit before he can get anything on that return. Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out now to his left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have it on 3rd and 5. Lawrence to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Big gain downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Complete out to the right. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jacksonville.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll give this up the middle to Etienne. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence has it in close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Cam Little to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bengals take over
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
One play action here. Burrow. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Cadmuma there to bring him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking in the air, and it's Burrow. And it's caught. Chase has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
For the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun handoff to Tiburon. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Dave. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Burrow from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Burrow. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff.
What is this?
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Brown, and he gets in, touchdown! The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First call here coming from the shotgun. And a gun to give to ETN. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
That's the kind of yardage, it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lawrence working from the gun. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Lawrence facing 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. Picked up a good chunk, but they stop him shy of the first. It's 4th and short. Logan Cook on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First and 10 now from the 30. Burrow to the air now. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's brought down at the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd and 10 now. Looking right, and he finds it. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So as they face 4th down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It connects down the sideline. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Completes in another one to Thomas. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Complete over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down, Jacksonville.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first two quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. From the 27. Setting up the running back screen. Juke the defender. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Burrow back to throw. Finds Chase on a slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
22 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Jukes one defender, and he's able to get this down to the 13. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Bengals.
That's another Bengals first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
From the red zone now. Nowhere to go with it, so Higgins throws it away. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Burrow. The throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for third and 5. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. He'll start the second half with ETN. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Cut out left. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
And it's third down.
Receiver in motion, going left. Throwing his Lawrence on third down. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Burrow. Feed it to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
going to the ground again on first. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Lawrence working from the gun. Look, Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
And the Bengals bringing out a fifth DB. They're in the nickel, third down. Lawrence looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lawrence throwing here. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
There is not a route you throw as a quarterback where timing is more important than that outcut. If you are a millisecond late in this game, with the speed of these players, that ball is far and wide.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Little knocks it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run bang him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Burrow to the air now. Setting up the screen. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On the handoff, this is Brown. Finds a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. On the ground, Brown. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Burrow now on 1st down. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
One of the things I love about this offense is how they mix and match their personnel. They move them around. One of the many wrinkles is sending the running back out as a wide receiver. And he's proven he's just as dangerous in that role as he is out of the backfield.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Run with Brown. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up too.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Straight ahead they go with Tiburon. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop in. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. McPherson's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score quicker touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action. Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds it. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down, ball at the 36. On play action now, Lawrence. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. Now Lawrence. Has a man down Washington. And he's got them quite the game here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the red zone now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
On the move, headed right. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within one score in the fourth. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Lawrence is going to try and throw. And he has it in the end zone for two, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Jaguars 18.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for two.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 3. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Running right side. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 6. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A give now to Brown. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his right. Ball is out. Burrow lost it. Jets pick it up. And they're going to take possession of the football. do it deep on their own side of the field.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play, and then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
One of those situations that I really can't critique the defensive call at all. I mean, the X's and O's were everything you want, but unfortunately, the Jimmies and Joes, in double coverage of that tight end, couldn't get it done.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dex Hill. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
He picks up the 1st down for the Bengals. That is the last thing they need to lock away this win. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.